Welcome to Leisha Today. So first off, I want to say I finally reached 500 subscribers. I'm so excited, hopefully to get more. I wanted to start this video off by saying that. And so just to get into it, for this video, I am going to be showing you guys how to make a ornament. So if you're interested in learning how to make a ornament, it's beginner friendly. It's going to be quick and easy. Then stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to add a circle. So make sure if you go up here, you're in inches. You're going to go to insert circle, and then you're just going to draw a circle. You want to go up here, unlock, and you want to make your circle 4 inches by 4 inches. If you ever make a mistake, all you have to do is hit this undo button up here. And then go back and select it. Okay, so once you have your circle, you're going to select it, copy, paste. For the second circle, you're going to, I should say, for this first circle, make sure you lock it after you make the sizing correctly. And then I'm going to lock this circle as well. Then for this one, I'm going to make this one 3.5 by 3.5 for width and the height. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that circle and you're going to center it so that you see the crosshairs. So you see how it makes like a plus sign? So that's how you know that it's centered vertically and horizontally. Okay, so once you do that, you want to select both at the same time. And then you're going to do, actually, first select the smaller circle on the inside. You're going to arrange, bring to front, because you want this one to be in front. You're going to highlight both. You're going to do combine, subtract, and overlap. So what this does is if you highlight it, you can do engrave and you'll see that it's just that circle outline. Okay, so that's what you want. Next, what you want to do is you want to insert a rounded square. So go to shape, basic shapes, then you'll go find that rounded square. You want to size this down so that up here it ends up being only decimal places, so no number in the front. And then you want to make this a 0.5 for the width and the height. So the width 0.5, height 0.5. Then you're going to take your square and just kind of like put it so you see how they have the crosshairs. This time it looks like a plus sign, so you know that it's aligned vertically and horizontally. And then you can use your down arrow key on your keyboard to kind of adjust it so that it's going down into where it's overlapping here. So let me zoom in. So before, if you make it go up, you push the up arrows, see how it goes up. So you want it to go down so that it's just overlapping a good amount that you feel comfortable with. I'm going to make it go up just a little bit. And then you're going to select all, go to combine, unite. So now you have this united together, okay? The next thing you want to do is you want to make another circle. So go back to insert circle. And then this time you want this circle, so unlock it. You want it to be 0.5 width by 0.5 height. You're going to lock it move it over so you see the crosshairs again. And then you can use your down arrow or your up arrow, depending on where you put it, to just make sure you get that in a good spot so that it's overlapping. Then you highlight it all, combine, unite. And then what you want to do is actually undo this. Let's see. You want to take this circle, you're going to copy it, paste, and then you want this inner circle. So you want to make an inner circle so we're a place where you could put your string or whatever you want to use to hang your ornament. And then you're going to make this one a 0.2 by 0.2. Then you're going to take this and make sure you center it inside of the larger circle. You want to make sure that it's arranged to the front. And then you're going to select both of these, combine, subtract, overlap. And then now that you're in your spot here, then you're going to select everything and you're going to do combined, unite. Okay? So then next what you want to do is once you have your circles aligned, you combine and subtract and overlap. You place your circles on top of your square and you align the crosshairs. And then you moved it to the spot you want it. Then you would do combined, unite. Now it's time to add your design elements. So we're just going to get some random things. So we can go to shapes and go to, say, plant. And we can get something that looks like it's connected all the way around, like this, how it has all of the connections. So for example, if you use something like this one, you see how there is like the lines where it's not connecting. You want something that the whole piece will be connected. So we can select something like, there's this leaf that looks good. I think I'm gonna go back to this one. And then there's this flower. I'm gonna do this one. So then what you do is you just size it down so that you can put it in your ornament. And then you just arrange it in a way that you think looks best. So maybe something like this. And then what you want to do is every time you add something, you want it to connect somehow. So the more connecting points you have, the better, because then it will adhere better to your ornament once it's cut out. So you see how it's overlapped right here. So then what you want to do is you want to select everything, combine, unite. So now it's one whole piece. So let's just maybe add a couple more things. We can grab maybe something from Festival. I got cats, ghost. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go back. Maybe try animal. And we want to add something cute. Oh, they have butterflies. That seems like a very intricate cutout, but that might work. So let's choose this butterfly and see how this turns out, okay? So then once you have your butterfly, again, you just size it down, or you can make it bigger, depending on what you want to do. If you want to add a name to it, you just want to have enough space to add the name. So I'm going to add the butterfly, maybe like that. It only has one connecting point, so hopefully this works out well. And then what you're going to do is you're going to highlight everything so that it's all selected, combine, unite. So if you want to add a name, go to text, and then in this box over here, you have to type in the name here. You cannot type it up in this area. So you go over here to the text and say you want to put spring. Let's just put spring. So once you type that in, you want to select your typeface. So that means just your type of font. And what you can do is you can select the any type of font you like, but you want to get a type of font that connects together. So we're going to look for the brush script M7. And then you could just look through all of these fonts to see if you like a different one than what I am going to pick. So this brush and script M7. So then from here, you're going to make a copy, paste, and then you want to spell out spring individually, because from here you're not able to combine and unite everything, and you want them all to be touching. So you're gonna just take this copy, leave only the first letter, and then you're gonna copy it as many times as whatever your word is. So in this case, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to copy this 5 more times. So I'm gonna do copy and paste it 5 more times. And then you're going to spell out the word spring. Okay. So then what you want to do is you want to kind of line them up so that you're spelling the word again. So then what you want to do is you want to try to have everything touch. And then if they're all touching, then you can highlight all of them. And then you can put, you only want to highlight what you want. Okay. And then you do align, distribute horizontally. So that just makes it distribute evenly horizontally. And then you can make your adjustments from here. So in this case, I want to move this back a little bit because it's kind of really close. So let's see if we can zoom in a little bit more. So you want them all to overlap, but then you still want to be able to see the word. So if you can't get it to overlap the way you want by just using the mouse, then you can use your arrow. So I'm using the left arrow key. And then you just move it so that it's overlapping. So that one looks good. I'm going to select these 3. Or I guess I didn't select just the 3. Let's see. And then I just want to move this one separately because I feel like that's really close. take these 4, and then I'm gonna move this so that it's also overlapping. I'm using my left arrow key. I'm gonna select all of these again, and I'm gonna move it down just a smidget. And then I'm gonna take all 5, and then now I'm just gonna move it so that it's also gonna connect to the S. Okay. Then I'm gonna zoom out to see if I like how it looks. Looks good to me. So then I'm gonna highlight all 6, or I should say highlight the word, and then I'm gonna do combine, unite. Then you can place your letters and size it how you want it to be able to overlap. So if you only wanted to overlap with these bottom letters, then you could just do something like this. But I want to try to make it as big as I can. So see if we can get the butterfly's legs to be on there. So it looks like right here, it's not really overlapping all that well. So what I want to do is, let's see, just make it a little bit bigger. And then once it looks good, you can highlight everything, combine, unite. And now you see that the butterfly's legs are connected to the S. The S is connected to this part of the ornament, and the G. Okay, so if you're good with that, then the next thing you will do is select your ornament, and you want to change your units to millimeters, and then do outline. So then you can choose the outline like that you like best, if you want it to be 2 or if you want it to be a little bigger. I'm going to make it 3. Oh, undo. So you're going to do outline 3. Just make sure you hit OK before you click out. That way it saves it. So then you'll have this piece. If you want to see what the sizing looks like, you can go here again. If you want to see what it looks like in inches, and it's 4.2 by 5.12. So I think I want to make it a little smaller. So I'm going to go back, undo that, select this one again, outline. It's in inches, so I want it to be in millimeters. So I'm going to go here, millimeters. Outline, it's on 2. I think I'm going to leave it on 2. And then, like I said before, you can looks like I might have undid this connection here. So we're going to do combine, unite again. Select this. Go to outline 2. Okay, so now this outline is, yeah, that's better. So I like it's a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do undo so that it goes right behind this again. And then we're going to make another hole so that we could fit in the hole for the string on the backing of the ornament. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go here. It's already in inches. insert a circle, and then we made this last circle a 0.2. So this is the string circle, 0.2. Gonna lock it. And then I'm gonna drag this over so that it overlaps with the circle. So you can zoom in so that you can move it so that it aligns perfectly. Okay. All right. Then you're gonna take your design layer, place that to the side, and then you're gonna select your layer for your backing. Select both, and you're gonna do combine, subtract, and overlap. Okay. So before we set it up for cutting, what you want to do is you want to take off the letters that you have here. You can either delete it off of here, or you can just do ignore so that it will ignore it. It won't cut it. For this one, it's on school right now. We want it to be on cut. And then same thing on this one, you want it to be on cut. Click off both of the designs, and you want to go to user defined material. Select the material that you're going to be using. If you're using acrylic, make sure you select the correct material. I'm going to just be using some light pieces of wood. So I'm just going to put it on this 3mm basswood plywood. And then when I click on them, now it gave them the settings. So I did a test cut on the material that I'm using, and so I'm going to use those settings. So I'm going to show you that next, and then we're going to, I will show you how I chose my cutting speeds after I finish setting it up. So I'm going to put the power as 55 and the speed as 10. I'm going to leave everything else the same. Over here, same thing. I want the power to be 55 and the speed 10. All right, so next what we want to do is we're going to add the wood to the S1 so that we could do the distance and everything else that's involved in that. So here's the material that I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this onto the honeycomb, try to like center it and make sure that it's on there as straight as possible. And then I'm just gonna put the laser over the material, and then we're gonna come back to the creative space, and you're gonna hit this distance button. This is gonna measure the laser's distance away from the material that is being used. So the next thing you want to do is you want to do start marking. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the rectangle. This is what I'm going to use to mark where on the honeycomb or on the bed the piece of wood is. So once you have where you want it to be for the top left, you're going to hit this here, and then you're going to do the bottom right, hit this button again. And then once you have everything marked, you're gonna hit end marking, done. Then it's gonna show you, we're gonna zoom out from here. It's gonna show you where you need to put your design. So I'm gonna do it one at a time. So I'm gonna move this one over and I'm going to put that on ignore for right now. And then I'm gonna take the one that I do wanna cut and I'm gonna place it inside. Okay. So if that looks good to you, what you're gonna do next is you're gonna do process. Make sure your design looks how you want it to look. And then you're gonna close this lid. And then you're gonna hit start. Once it says ready, then you're gonna hit this button. Make sure you have your safety goggles on. I wanted to show you guys what I did. So this is the piece of wood that I am using. So I did a cut test. And so it looked like it cut good with this and this. This one looked like it was more burnt. So what I did was I took the settings. So like I showed you guys, I did a power of 55 and a speed of 10. So right here it says this is what speed, and right here is the power. And so that's what I used to determine how to cut the best using this type of material. So right now we're at about 1 minute, and this is how far it has gotten in the cutting process. So after 3 minutes and 43 seconds, it has finished. Okay. So then you can just take out all the pieces. So I'll show you guys that. But first I want to set up the backing. So I'm going to grab another piece, put it in there, and do that same process. Try to line it up as best as I can. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to do okay that it's done. And this time I'm going to take this one, move it out of the way. I'm going to change this to ignore. And then I want to do this one on output. Okay. So I'm going to, again, just to be safe, move this over the material that I'm using, and I am going to do the distance. Confirm. It just says the distance changed for my marking, but I'm going to do the marking over again because it's in a different spot. So I'm going to do start marking, rectangle. Okay. Do the same thing again. Put this right on the top left. And then I'm going to hit this button here. And then we're gonna do the bottom right. And sorry if it seems like it's moving. I'm holding the camera as I'm doing it. All right, so let's get it right on the edge. Looks good to me. Push this again. Then you want to hit end marking. Done. Then you're going to drag your backing piece, and then you're going to put that inside of there. So it seems like it fits just perfectly inside of there. So then you're going to do the same thing. Process. Start. Forgot to put the cover down first, so put the cover down. It's going to tell you to close it. So then I closed it. I'm going to push confirm. I'm going to push process again, and I'm going to push start. When it says ready, then you're going to push this button here. This one should be pretty fast because it's literally just going to do the outline. So it took 45 seconds to do that. So then you're left with your backing piece. So I'm taking the pieces out of here, and it looks like that leaf might have just been a little bit too skinny because it looks like it cut so close that it's coming apart, so maybe don't use that one. But the butterfly looks good. I'm going to finish trying to take these parts out, and then I'll show you how it looks when you piece this front part and the back piece together. Alright, so when you're done, this is how it would look. It's kind of right by this thing. See if I can get it zoomed in better. So as you can see, some of my pieces came off. So what you can do is, like, if you have the pieces that fell off, you can just take them, because you're going to glue them anyways, and then you could just kind of place them in their spots. And then when you glue the backing together, you can get all the pieces like this. And then, like, if you wanted to get the leaves, or you can just try different settings, try to make this bigger, because as you can see too, the little legs were so small that it didn't keep the legs as well. But once you're done, you could just glue the backing. You can paint this back a color and then paint these different colors. Like if you wanted a pink butterfly, green leaves, you know what I'm saying? You could paint it, and then you have your ornament. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Stay blessed.